So a few weeks ago, I was reminded by the Lord, we're not doing him any favors. Like, I don't do God a favor by having a podcast, like talking about the Bible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing him a favor. God doesn't need me. He doesn't need you. He doesn't need any of us, you know? And I was so reminded, and I kind of like laughed out loud. I'm like, wow, that's such a sweet reminder, you know? Because that's what the world does. It's like busy, busy, busy. Like, how often do you tell someone like, hey, how are you doing? And they're like, good, I'm busy. And it's like, is it really good to be busy?
Busyness, business.
It's kind of crazy world we live in. It's
a world full of sin and darkness.
So can you explain to me, is that the Matrix?
Yeah, the Matrix is a system, Neil. Prison of the mind. Fear. Fear or faith? Do you act by fear? Do you act by faith? When Jesus was walking on water and Peter looks at him and says, if you are him, if you are Jesus, tell me to come and walk on water and I will come. He says, come. And he began to walk on water, just like Jesus. Just like Jesus. But then when he became afraid, he began to sink. When your life is a mess, that doesn't mean life is perfect. Everybody will die. There's pain, there's suffering, there's health issues, all these things. I know. But when you have fear and not faith, then you begin to sink. When you have fear in your business, things go south. When you have fear in your relationships, is my wife, is my husband going to... Chaos. Yeah. Chaos of the mind. Chaos of the mind then reflects in the three-dimensional. Everything that happens in the 3D first occurs here and here, and then it's manifested. So what you're seeing is the manifestation of a broken world that does not submit to God. So now they're trying to repair it with illusions like money. I got a message from a billionaire, bought a house, $65 million cash in Calabasas, bought Bitcoin under $10, telling me how he hasn't left the house in 10 years because he has a broken relationship with his wife. He is a man that is in prison, yet he has billions. Who is free? Him or the bird that is operating in God's design has nothing but can fly? So when we operate as humans in God's design, in God's nature, when we are in him, then all is well. When we are in him, all is good. Whether you're being shot at by people that are trying to chase you, whether you're a billionaire, whatever cards God has dealt you for your journey, everybody's different.
Yeah.
It's not about acting out of desperation. It's about acting in faith. This is a new version of me because he has made me new. So my entire framework of reality has now changed because he has given me a new way to see the world.
How does one escape the Matrix?
You don't. It is what it is. All you do is you are in the world, but not of it. You're in the world because we are in this three-dimensional construct, but we are not of the world. If you have Jesus and you have Christ and you have God in your life, you are free. You are free indeed. And that is all. We still have problems in this world. We still have things that we need to do. We still have responsibilities. These are real things. Like if you're going to have a child one day or you have a wife, you're thinking, okay, how do I provide for her? How do I give her a better life? How do I make sure that her life on this earth is better? These are all normal things. Where do I go on vacation? These are things that God gave us to enjoy. And I'm not saying don't enjoy these things. I'm saying don't have these things. I've been to 65 countries. I travel. I stay in 5-star hotels. I stay with monks. I do everything, right? It's about doing what God tells you to do. It's about you not trying to build yourself up. It's about not building your little Tower of Babel, your own little Tower of Babel to be like God. Every individual person trying to do their little thing, trying to make up their little world, trying to make it's all an illusion.
What do you think about other religions?
They are close, but yet so far. They are like the serpent in the garden. Half-truths. They sound great. They're practical, but they don't heal your soul. They don't change you from the inside out. Only the love of Christ can change you from the inside out.
Yeah.
Only love itself can show you what love is.
In Acts chapter 18, Paul goes to the Areopagus, and the people are worshiping this idol, and they literally don't have a name for it. It's called the unknown God. And basically, Acts chapter 18, it kind of paints this picture of other religions can have a shadow of Christ, but not the fullness of it. You know, like something I respect about my Muslim friends is a lot of them pray a lot more than people that claim to be Christian. You know, they give a lot more than a lot of Christians do. They fast a lot more than Christians do. And there's like a shadow of Christ in that morality, but they don't have the fullness of him. Because they don't have the same perspective of Jesus that I do as a believer. I believe he's God. They think he's just a prophet, you know?
The Bible says that all your good works are like filthy rags before him. All your good works are filthy rags. There is nobody good except God. So it doesn't matter what good that you do. It's not good. It is only him that is good. So when people try to do things like as if they can impress the creator of the universe, you can't impress him. All you can do is submit to him and let him take care of you. Because we are all children. It doesn't matter if you're 50, 60, 70, 80, 20. We're all children. The moment you want to be like God, you're fighting God against God. And the one that tried to be like God got cast down.
That was one of the main reasons why I became a Christian, was because I told you that few months before that night in Waffle House, I was like looking into other religions and stuff. And it was all about, there was no security in those. It was just how hard you can climb the ladder, and maybe. It was like a gamble, but you had to keep climbing the ladder. And I just thought to myself, if in a broken world I can't even fix my broken heart, how could I ever work to perfection? And that was like, it's impossible. And then that night at Waffle House, perfection met me.
Yes.
He met me in that moment.
Because he has to fish you out from your despair. If not, you can't make it out. You can't climb your way to God. That's why Jesus came. If we could have climbed our way to God, Jesus would have never come.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been necessary if we could have done it for ourselves. Jesus plus nothing equals everything.
Isn't it interesting that in the garden, the doubt that Satan basically plants in the brain is, yeah, you're in paradise with God, but you're not God. That's the essential doubt. It's like, he's like, yeah, I mean, you're with God, but you're not God. And they're kind of like, wait, that's why he doesn't want me to eat of the tree. It was all that idea of wanting to become God. You know, the Bible talks about a house divided against itself can't stand. One can't serve two masters. You either love the one and hate the other.
And which two masters does he talk about? God and money.
So
Pick one or the other. Why not God and sex? Why not God and money? Why? Because that is what the heart desires. Because the money, which is the tool that people use to construct themselves, denies God. Because if you have all these resources, then you stop depending on God. I was the man with millions of dollars. I didn't need God. But then I got to the top and I was like, this is empty. There's nothing. This was a joke. I didn't waste my time. It was a process of gaining XP, like a video game character. You do your side quest, you do your main quest, you start getting XP points. So you start collecting coins, kind of like Grand Theft Auto. You have the loot on the top right. But it's just that. Like the game is what matters, not what coins you collect. Like you're playing a game, you beat the game. You're not like, oh, cool, how many coins did I collect to beat the game or at the end of the game? You're just like, did I win?
Yeah.
So it's like the tools, the resources, the weapons, the skins, the armor, all these things are just part of the journey. But if you find your identity outside of Jesus, you are lost.
Yeah, the money thing, I heard apologists say one time, talking about how money can take a finite form of God. And what he meant by that is like, you can create your own world in this world with money.
Don't you see all these billionaires creating these realities? How they build empires, how they build skyscrapers, how they build these towers of Babel. They're building it for themselves, but they die and they're consumed by worms like everybody else. When you look at what? Ecclesiastes. Solomon said, I built gardens for myself. I had concubines, 700 of them. I gained all the wisdom and all the knowledge and all the gnosis that one man could desire. I was the wealthiest king that ever lived in Jerusalem. Yet all is vanity. All is like chasing after the wind. So I ask people, do you want to chase the wind or do you want to follow God? is simple. Following God is simple. When you look at Leonardo da Vinci's painting, The Creation of Adam, Adam is resting and God is reaching. And all that Adam has to do is move his finger to be connected with God. Just this. Not strive, just accept. And then your journey begins, because the journey is to be connected back with God, not to make money, not to be rich, not to be wealthy. That's why Jesus said in the Lord's Prayer, give us today our daily bread. That's it. God, give me what I need for my next meal. So that when I go to sleep and I can sleep in peace. The wealthiest man is not the one that has the most money. It's the one that wakes up with the least pressure on his chest.
Interesting.